Konnichiwa, and welcome to the 100 podcast of the N.C.R.A.G Rowan County Anime Group. My name is Robert Clown. I am the co-president of this club. Well, I was going to go to Spencer for the 100 podcast and show you all the wonderful train yards, but unfortunately today it decided to rain. So the old saying goes, the best laid plans of mice and men have been known to go astray. And it did it again. So I'm going to try for the 100 podcast to do some reviews and stuff and give you some more background about myself and everything. The first anime I'm going to talk about, this was done by the same creators who brought us Razapon, and this is called Kurau, the Phantom Memory. 80 Films originally did the dub for this, but it's now currently being released by Funimation and Entertainment. And it's a very good story, science fiction. I would recommend age for this one to be about the age of at least 14 up. And it's a science fiction story. It takes place in the far future, and it has to deal with three lives, two of them being aliens combining themselves into another person. And like I said, it's very interesting. The pace is very good. The music is excellent for Kurau the Phantom Memory, and I highly recommend it if you're a science fiction fan, or if you like characters like Firestorm in, I guess, DC Comics. You would probably like Kurau the Phantom Memory. For my next anime, this one's was put out by Bandai Entertainment. This is called My Hime. Respected age for this, I would say 14 up. Now, the word Hime in Japanese means princess. So, I find it a little bit of fun to play on the words. So this series really should be, if it was called in Japanese, it would be My Princess instead of My Hime. The animation is nice. The story flows very well. If you're a fan of like the X-Men, or you like stories with, on high school kids and stuff, My Hime is very well done. It's an excellent story. I enjoyed every bit of it from the beginning and end, and I've seen the entire series. And there's a second series, but it's sort of a alternative story, and I haven't seen the rest of that one yet. Now, for my third one, you can pick this one up at the Rowan Polk Library, and it is called Steamboy. Now, Patrick Stewart of Star Trek The Next Generation and X-Men does a voice in this series, along with the actor who played Dr. Octopus in the Spider-Man movie. He's also does voice working in this. I just can't remember his name right now. And Steamboy, what I love about it, it's a beautiful movie. It was done by the director of Akira, but it's not like Akira at all. It's very opposite. Actually, I think this is his best work. And Steamboy asks more like a question in the whole story. Is science good, or is science evil? And it's a very good question to ask. And you can go either way. It's dependent. I look at science like a two-edged sword. It's depending upon which end of the sword you're on, if it's good or evil or not. So, but Steamboy does ask that question, and the animation is nicely done, and it does have a wonderful plot, and I highly recommend it for any age, and to go out and watch Steamboy. Now, since this is the 100 podcast, I wanted to take the time out and tell you guys something that, I think that anybody who's a fan of any type of fiction should read or check into. I am a fan of Sherlock Holmes. Now, Sherlock Holmes has been done throughout countless generations and stuff. There was, since Conan Doyle created the character. And you can find references of Sherlock Holmes in Sister Princess, Steam Detective Conan, or Detective Conan, if you want, whichever title you want to go with. And so you will always find a reference to Sherlock Holmes in really any type of good show. And I have this book here, and now this is basically reprints of all the strand stories of Sherlock Holmes that Conan Doyle did. But Conan Doyle did write one or two stories outside of the Strand magazine of Sherlock Holmes. The Lion's Mane is being one of them. He wrote that for an Oceanic Society, and it's not part of the Strand magazine, but he did write it just the same, and he wrote it in the first person of story with Sherlock Holmes and didn't have a Dr. Watson in it. I did hear a radio play one time done over in England of The Lion's Mane, but they rewrote the script just a tiny bit to include Dr. Watson in it. They didn't take too much away from the story, from what I can tell from the original script from the radio show. Well, our next meeting is this coming Saturday, and we'll be meeting in front of the Books A Million at 5 o'clock in Salisbury, North Carolina. At 5:30, we're going over to a person's home to watch Burst Angel. Story was done by Gonzo, released over here by Funimation Entertainment. September the 11th, we are having a membership drive from 11 to 6 at the Comic Mon store in Salisbury, North Carolina. We're also going to have a trivia contest on animation, and also a cross-play contest. There will be prizes for both events, and we hope that you come out and enjoy it. Also, September the 18th, we'll meeting again in front of the Books A Million at 5 o'clock. At 5:30, we're going to go over to a person's home to watch the animated series Genshiken. Well, this is it for now, and thank you for watching the 100th podcast of the N.C. Rowan County Anime Group. May you have a very nice day. Goodbye.